There we go. Okay. Yep. All right. Hi, everybody. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. Um, Making sure my audio's working. Yeah, I think it's what it's been like from what I've seen. The last live stream I had was almost a month ago. Um, so that's fun. Um, yeah, let me just quickly see the audio. Blah, blah, blah. Is it even working? Hold on. There. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Give me a second. My stream has been a little bit weird with me. Let's see. Okay. No, it's working. I can hear on Twitch it's working, and then on here. Yeah, it's working. Okay. For some reason my phone's audio is weird. That's fun. Anyway, figured I would tell you guys kind of what's been up for like the last month, I think. And then we can get into some proper game dev stuff. So I'm gonna open up my little thing right here, and then let me see. There we go. So this is the dev roadmap, checklist kind of thing. So last time we were kind of doing a little bit of cavalry stuff. We did like saber attacks and stuff like that. In the background, I am still hard at work on the Springfield trapdoor rifle. I am still working on UV unwrapping, which is kind of like the second to last step. After that's going to be texturing, and texturing is kind of a pain. And in all honesty, this gun model has taken way too long for me to make. The other two gun models I made, they took only about like a month each. But this one's taken almost half a year, right? And the thing is, I really do want to get this done by the end of the month, so that next month I can at least get another game dev video. It's kind of funny looking back at it. At the beginning of the year, I wanted to do one of these every single month. Kind of missed that, but if I can even get 2 videos this year, each they're 10 minutes long, right? So, I kind of feel like that's at least warranted, at least somewhat, because of the video length. So, but because of that, I'm probably going to take some shortcuts with this trapdoor. Usually I try to blend the seams on the textures so that there's no visible lines and stuff like that, but it's a pretty hard to notice detail. And in all honesty, again, this gun has just taken so long that I'm starting to kind of feel a little bit of the burnout. It's just, like, oh my God, I want to do something different. So in all honesty, after I've done UV mapping and I'm doing some texturing, I'm probably, a little bit of maybe blending the seams together and stuff like that, but I'm not going to go nearly as deep into it as I would do with the other models, just because I really want to get moving. And that's actually the reason why today's stream, we're going to be in engine the whole day today, just working on new game modes. So right now, let me see. So right now, the only thing that we have right now that's kind of playable is what I'm just going to probably call the battle game mode from now on. Basically, the whole idea is you have objectives scattered around the map, and of course you have your the enemies that are kind of on the map as well. And the whole idea for the player is you need to capture all the objectives and you need to eliminate all the enemies on the map, and then you win. And if you don't, then you lose, right? Fairly simple game mode, but once you kind of play it once, it gets kind of boring after that. So there's obviously the need for having multiple game modes. And the solution that I have, what am I saying? Solution. the idea that I want to have is, so I kind of written down here, basically 2 game modes. And this one, I was originally calling it point match. If you've ever played Ravenfield, it's a pretty simple concept. Basically, you shoot for points, right? Every kill that you get earns you a point, and for every objective that you have, it's kind of like a multiplier. But I saw some gameplay, of course, of Battlefield, Battlefield 6, and all the other Battlefields before that, and I realized it's a little bit more fun the way that they have implemented it, which is what they call a conquest. So basically, you start off, I think it's at like 1,000 like points each team, and as you shoot more and more enemies, the points start trickling down, and I think it's either if you have certain objectives, there's a multiplier added to the kills, or I think it's something like it just like decreases over time depending on how many objectives you have. So, or some kind of mixture of the two. So basically, it's kind of like a countdown. And I really like that system. So that's probably what we're going to be implementing. And that's probably going to be the first thing we're going to try to work on implementing. I don't think we're going to be able to get all of this stuff done today. This and this, but we're going to try to get as much as we can done. The second mode that I want to get for Alpha 2 is basically just a team deathmatch, which is basically just kills. Which team can have the most amount of kills within a certain time limit, and then maybe that could be like capped at like a certain amount. So whatever team reaches the first like kill counter, they're the winner, right? So I think these are at least the 3. This 2 with the battle game mode. Those are going to be like the 3 that I really want to make sure that they're in for Alpha 2. If I have time, I would like to make some other game modes as well. I'm kind of thinking of not like a battle royale, but kind of like I would call like a permadeath kind of game mode where like you're put on a map and you just have to survive for as long as you can. Again, it's kind of like battle royale, but unlike traditional battle royale, this is obviously within the setting, and you spawn into the map, kind of using the same like map system that's already in the game. It's not like you drop in or anything like that. So that's kind of the idea. Yeah, honestly, we can kind of get right into it. But I did kind of want to say a couple of things though about the last couple of weeks. So I did get a new job, obviously. I now do not work at FedEx, at least for the time being. I'm still kind of like on there as kind of like a backup, but who knows how long that's going to last. Really, I'm not really working there anymore. So, and I really don't want to work there anymore because it was just super mentally draining. So I now work at Best Buy, and I do a little bit of like product flow kind of stuff, just kind of more warehouse, stocking shelves and stuff like that. But I also work for Geek Squad as well, so I'm kind of bouncing around. I have been really busy the last like 3 weeks. I mean, I've probably worked almost double the amount of hours that I was working before. But it's not a bad thing though, because I'm getting paid significantly more, right? And that's going to be useful, at least in terms of this game and its development. It's going to be useful because I'm probably going to be able to save up money now to finally get a new computer, which I definitely need. Plus, if you know anything about Best Buy, you know that they give discounts and stuff like that to their employees. So I can't, I have like an NDA. I can't really tell you, like exact prices of things, but I can say that, yeah, I get, a bit of a discount for that as well. So that's kind of helpful as well, in that regard. But I've been busy, really busy. And I tried at least last week to try to do a live stream, but it was just, I was just really crazy and hectic. So, and in all honesty, this week's probably going to be nightmarish as well. Obviously, I can't do Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. But you know, I still want to try to get something over like next weekend as well. But definitely moving forward, I absolutely want to get the gun model done in its entirety. You know, the Springfield Trapdoor done in its entirety with the texturing and everything done by the end of this month. So I got 1 week to kind of put the pedal to the metal and get it done. So I got half the UV unwrapping done, and the texturing I'm going to kind of really speed run it and try to take shortcuts where needed. Because after that, as soon as I'm done with that, I have it imported. I'm working on the next video. It's long overdue, and I think it's going to be kind of a great way to kind of wrap up the year. So, plus it kind of allows me to then move on, going back to this checklist. It'll allow me to actually start working on animations, because I can at least then do these 3 weapons. I can start animating them, and then these, which are going to need entirely new models anyway, and new animations, because they don't have any as is right now, even with the old models. It's going to be fine. I can work on that kind of in the backgrounds as well. So, but anyway, enough talking. So, let me see something. I don't know why it keeps showing top messages. Show me all the messages. Thank you very, very much. Speaking of which, let me just quickly check. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'll be honest, this is going to be kind of confusing. What I'm thinking is, and I got to look up what the syntax for a Unity enum. I usually don't like using enums. So it's either going to be 2 things I'm going to have. Either we have what's called an enumerator, which is kind of this like a game object kind of thing. Not really a game object. It's an object that has these different states, and that's going to be how we're going to choose the game mode. Or we're just going to have a string and just store it locally, kind of. So either it's going to be something like private string current game mode, and then it could be just something like battle, right? And then the other options could be the hell did I just press? I think I pressed FN. My bad. Battle, and it could be something like then conquest. I'm trying to look down at my keyboard. Unfortunately, the microphone's in the way, so that's fun. Conquest, and then something like deathmatch. Right? That's option number 1. And then option number 2 is, and this needs to be actually public enum. What was the syntax for it? Game. Okay, game mode. Current game. No, wait a minute. Available game modes. And then we have conquest. And it was semicolon, right? No. Huh. Okay. Okay. Conquest. Oh, oopsies. Battle. And then deathmatch. And apparently that's all I need to do. Okay, interesting. What we'll do is, what was the syntax for that? So we have regions. This is just going to kind of make things a little bit cleaner. Region, game, mode, variables. And region. Perfect. So, and this is going to be all, oopsies, possible game modes, and sorry, I'm laughing because if I had a webcam, you would actually be able to see I had to tilt my head like those nerds with playing a racing game, tilting their head when they're like staring around like a corner. That's what I was just doing right there for a second, because again, the microphone's right in the way. So let's see. So current game mode selected. And for that, we'll just have private I kind of hate that name. Hold on. Private game mode. And this is going to be currently just to make it different from what's above here. Currently played game mode. And we'll just set it to game mode dot battle by default. Okay, sweet. All right. So the question is, because I'm going to need this to be referenceable in this is the master soldier info. So this is basically the script that every soldier has. It just basically tracks their health and if they're dead or not, right? And the thing is, right now, is if a soldier is dead, where is that? I know there was a method somewhere here. Yeah, trigger take damage. So when they take damage, if the soldier's health goes below 0, of course they're dead. And the idea is they literally get removed from this, battle manager, and they're dead, right? You have to then, the game kicks you out into the map screen. You have to pick somebody else. So what we want to do is make it so that any script is able to sort of reference this, but then they can call like a public function, so they can actually see what game mode it is. Because if, say, for instance, it's a conquest, we want the player to be actually able to respawn, right? So, well, let's just do it here. So we have battle manager dot, please tell me. No. Ah, crap. Okay. Damn. Oh, that sucks. The problem is I really do like using enums. It's kind of nice and formatable, but it's much easier to, yeah, damn. Let's see, hold on. I'm going to scroll down, setup settings. Okay. Region, game mode, specific methods, and then we'll end the region. Okay. Public. Because I think you can return an integer, which is, you know, a number. Oh my god, hold on a second. Okay, no. I don't have a, you know, dual monitor setup, so I'm using my phone to see the chat. And for a minute, I thought it was only just showing me the top fans. I don't know why that's a feature. I want to see everything. But anyway, so public integer. So let's say get current game mode. Yeah, there's no parameters there. Okay. Return current played game mode dot can I not just do to integer? Unity enum to int. I'm not gonna cast it. That's stupid. Ugh. See, when I see stuff like this, because casting has got its own performance issues, yeah, I just hate that. Really? Okay. In that case, yeah. Unfortunately, we're not going to use enums. That's fine. Because in all honesty, this is much simpler anyway. So we'll just go with that. Yeah. Battle, conquest, deathmatch. Okay. Yeah. So let me see. So this will be public string get current game mode, and then we're just going to return current game mode. Bam. And here, get current game mode. And so we can have something like, you know, if battle manager dot get current game mode is equal to battle, you know, then to have like, not battle, it was equal to like conquest, and then it could be something like, you know, insert respawn mechanic here, right? Something like that. So that's where we're gonna have to do it, I guess. I thought we were gonna use enums, but yeah, that's not gonna work. So, all right. So one of the issues I have, you can even see it on the checklist. So right now, this battle management system, which is in charge of, managing the state of the game, where it is, really only understands it from the perspective of you are an American soldier, right? Which up until this point has been fine, but obviously in the future I want the player to be able to actually play also Spanish. So, excuse me, we need to make sure. Yeah. Total score of players, switching bonus, units, this unit name. And then I will do private string this. I will do currently played team. Okay. Currently played team. So when we start, so we'll say something like, yeah, okay. And just to make sure that I don't have to keep copying that all over again. Oh, doesn't even show up. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. EBDB. So now that I kind of think about it, again, we're not going to be able to have it be playable with the Spanish side just yet, because that's going to require obviously the weapons, but we have to do some more like menu scripting stuff, and that's way too boring for me to put into a live stream. So we're going to avoid that for today. But what I'm thinking, so let's see. Oh geez. Okay, like everything I just looked at, everything here is gonna need to change. Ah, jeez. Okay. What else? What else? Get most played unit. Okay, that's fine. Trying to just look at this. What else? Call setup main game loop UI manager. What is that called? No idea. That. Okay, get soldier count. That one's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Close that. Let's see what else. We got that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Most of these, I think, are just it getting... There's a lot of methods that do kind of similar things. It's basically getting a soldier or an artillery unit or whatever from this, like, list of all the different soldiers that are currently on the battlefield. Most of this stuff is already kind of done. Let me see, is this stuff? Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay, that's fine. ADS, that's fine. Okay, I think that's fine. So the only one that the only method we really need to fix, by the looks of it, yeah, update Spanish length, update. Yep. Okay, yeah. So it's just this one. Okay. So check if conditions are met for the American victory. So right. Right. I guess we'll do like a switch. Okay, hold on. This is gonna get messy real quick, and my brain's probably gonna explode. So we have a switch case. Let's see. Currently, okay. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What we want to check first is what the game mode is. So switch case, current game mode. Okay. Right. Case number 1 is its battle, right? Which is what we already have. And we'll just do break. Okay. Jeez. Do stuff here. Okay. And then the next one is going to be conquest. You have no idea how difficult it is for me to type with this thing in the way. Okay. Do more stuff here. And case. What was it? Deathmatch? Yeah. Deathmatch. And these names are obviously work in progress. Probably change later. Oh my god. I keep pressing like the function button. There we go. Gotta like move my head around. Yep. Okay. Break. Right. So my goal right now is I got to format all of this into here. Okay. I think I should be able... I am going to just do that, so... battle game mode. I know this seems kind of like busy work, like why is he just formatting a bunch of stuff? This stuff gets really complicated really quickly, so I'm trying my best not to have just an insane mess of just random stuff. Like, just take a look at like this. This is for like the weapon script, right? And because I didn't really bother commenting, I now have to debug all of this stuff, and I have no idea where everything is going. So, and this script is long. This thing is how many lines? 512 lines. So That is including the indenting, so yeah, it's pretty long. So I need to make sure that I'm not going to lose track of where I am. So, deathmatch, game mode. Okay, right. So, if currently played team is equal to the emit okay, and then else. Okay, and then just make sure player is American. Again, bit redundant, but it helps when you're just scrolling through hundreds of lines of code. So player is on Spanish side. Okay. So for an American victory, okay, one thing I can definitely do is I can do this. So total game time is equal to time.delta time. Easy. Right. Increment game. Okay. So that's done. American Allied Soldier dot length. Somewhere in here, yeah, call end screen. Total scored. Oh my god. Okay. Hang on a second. Gotta let the engine compile everything. So there's another script that's in charge of just showing that like ending like victory or defeats screen that appears at the end of each battle. Okay. Let's see, where is it? Master and battle screen controller. And I'm just going to move that over here so I don't have to scroll for a million years. Okay, so let's see, we got that. What the hell? If can't continue is equal to true. Oh, okay. This is at the end. Got it. Okay. I was like, what the hell is this? Okay, that's the input that allows you to actually move forward. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So is victory. So anything in here, I don't think anything here really is like team specific. So it really is just, what I write here. Okay, so a second. My brain is having brain waves. Okay. So if the Spanish soldier list dot length, you might be noticing I have an artillery list. I used to count those separately, and they still are. However, with the new artillery, they now actually count as regular soldiers, since you can now convert an artillery unit into a group of soldiers. You can, disband is what I call it. So it's kind of a feature I don't really have to worry about as much anymore. So we're just going to reference it just by, because I don't even have anything artillery related here. There I do, but not here, so we're good. Okay, sweet. So if either that is at 0 or that dot length is equal to 0, meaning if either team has reached 0 units. Okay. And I guess then we can put this in here. So if the player is on the American side for a, oh my god, victory. Sorry, I really do have to bend my head a lot. Defeat. So that has to be that the Spanish soldier list dot length is equal to 0, and the American allied soldier list dot length is not equal to 0, and int American captured objectives. Oh, what the hell? For each objective point manager, objective and objective list is equal to 0. Oh, that's that's funky. Okay, so I'm not even keeping track of that. Really? Hang on. I thought I was keeping track of... Apparently I'm not. Okay then. Okay then. Right, that's weird. So apparently I'm not actually keeping track of any of the objectives during the battle. That's weird. Okay. That is really, really, really weird. Yeah, because then it says if the American captured objectives is equal to objectives list dot length, then it's true. That's, yeah, that is dumb. That is really, really dumb. Yeah. That's dumb. Okay. Hold on. We will actually make a region here. So region. And region. Okay. And so for battle specific variables, thank you very much. We have private we'll just make a list. How about that? It's not gonna kill me. Objective point manager, currently captured objectives. Okay. Now we have to do new list, yada yada. Initialize that. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Jeez, it's already been 30 minutes. Okay, wow. That was fast. So, and then we'll do, what is it? What did I just... the dementia is kicking in. Current... the captured objectives. Dot length. Dot size? What? What do you mean? Clear capacity. Is it capacity? Gets or sets the total number of elements in the internal data structure. Okay. There's some terrible net. Oh, count. Hold on. Do I have access to count? Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Count. And I think it's a... no, it's not. Okay, count is equal to... objectives list dot length. Okay. And so Spanish has to be 0, Americans have to not be 0, and the currently captured objectives have to be equal to the total amount of objectives. Okay. And that's considered a victory, in which case all of this happens. But, come on. The hell? Visual Studio, please. Alright. Battle has ended. Is it true? Game, loop UI manager, disable on-screen UI, most played soldier, yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. Is there a return? Well, there is now. Return. Okay. And then else. So this is a defeat state. So else if American Allied soldier list dot length is equal to 0 and the Spanish soldier length, well, Spanish soldier list dot length is not equal to 0, then we've, damn it, okay. Then we've lost, in which case we do all of this. Damn it. So battle has ended. Call ends. Is it literally the exact same? It is the exact same. Okay. Battle has ended is equal to true. Game loop UI manager disable is false. It's literally, that is literally the exact same. Yeah, so that's literally the same. Okay. Yeah, it's literally the same. What the hell? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Like, just... I'm double checking to make sure, like, that is the exact same. Okay, that's just duplicate code. We can get rid of that. Because if it's hits 0, then that's over, right? So if that's the same, just do that. Call end to battle, disable game UI, set most played soldier. Because that doesn't matter what team you're on. And so we can now get rid of that guy and that guy. Okay. So this is what really matters, is that. And then game loop UI manager, since we're repeating that as well. What is the... Ah. Okay. So that's there. What the hell? Oh, jeez. I did some stupid okay. All right. No, please stop. Please stop. Cancel. Oh, thank God. Okay. I accidentally hit the button, but I should change that. So there's a debugging feature in Visual Studio, and I'll be honest, it's a complete mess to use. At least when you're using it, like in relation to with Unity. By the way, let me make sure my audio is still working, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Why is the lighting all messed up? Yeah. Okay. That was a good save. So that's about it. Okay. Awesome. Technically, it's still incrementing. Yeah, that's kind of weird. So, in other words, this is never going to be called. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we only need one of those. Why do you keep doing that? All right. Bada bing, bada boom. So it does that. It exits out, goes into here, disables it, returns. And we'll even just make sure debug.log warning and just say, yep, it exited out correctly. Smiley face. Okay. And now we just need to do the same thing for Spanish. So for the Spanish, the victory is if the Spanish soldier length is not equal to 0, the American soldier length is equal to 0, and once again, the currently captured objectives, because we're going to make this in relation to what the players' currently captured objectives is, their team side. So, in relation to that, yeah. In which case it's true, and in defeat, the American list is not equal to 0, and the Spanish is. Yeah. What's that? Why can you not? What do you mean, expected? Oh. I'm stupid. Alright. And I think that's it, yeah, because then you have your total game time incremented. And that's about it. State. Okay, and then let me see, what else do we need? Let me take a look at, see if we can get rid of that. Somewhere in here is going to be, objective point. Once this is done loading, we'll see, hopefully there is, yep. Trying to see. So state. Update flag material. Okay, so that's trying to say that basically is it either American or is it Spanish? 0 is American. Excuse-moi. And 1 is Spanish. And that's actually, I think, what it said here as well in the old code. Which, by the way, we're going to comment out the... Oh, you microphone. Okay. Comment all that out. So, let's see. So for each objective... Yeah, if its objective state is equal to 0. Okay, so... Problem is that this thing has 0 reference to the battle manager. Yeah. That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, that sucks. What would be nice is if it changes, it would send something to here, and then this would update. But yeah, that doesn't work. I mean, in all honesty, the list is going to be small. So let's just... Oopsies, that is the wrong one. Game battle is ongoing. So we'll do else. We don't really need to do else, in all honesty. This is a... No, we'll do else. We'll do else. Screw it. Okay. So total game time is equal to that. And then copy the whole damn thing. There we go. And then what we want to do is count currently captured objectives. Okay. So we'll just do int winning objective state if and where is it? Spanish. So if it's equal to, oopsies, Spanish, and winning objective state is equal to 1. Okay. And then what we do is objectives list. Yeah, this is just not gonna work, is it? Ah, jeez. Okay. Okay, well, in that case, where is it? This thing? Yeah. Yeah, that's just not gonna work. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Back to the drawing board. Private int. Perfect. So private int, currently captured objectives. And scroll down, and then okay. Okay, and then perfect. Awesome. So for each objective point manager and objectives list, if objective state is equal to winning objective state, then currently captured objectives is plus plus, and then we're just going to do equal to 0. Done. A little bit kind of messy, I won't lie, but that should work. So the idea is, oopsies, depending on which team we have selected, that's the American or Spanish, we change the winning objective state for each of these objectives that we want to have, you know, be the expected winning. And then here we just basically are counting, we're looping through this entire list of all the objectives that are on the battlefield and just seeing if that matches this expected winning state, and if so, we increase the number. Again, there's only like at most like 6 of these, so it doesn't take that long to count. It does have to do this every frame, and that's kind of annoying, but in all honesty, for how short this loop is, it's probably fine. And that's it, I think. I think other than that, everything should work. So let's play a normal game where I try to win. No, let me try to lose. I'll try to lose. And yeah, I'll try to lose. And then we can try to win a game and then see if that works. And if it does, great. Then in theory we can then start working on the next thing. Although, to be fair, I'm probably going to be ending this stream in about like 15 minutes. So those first like 30-ish minutes went by real quick. I was not expecting that at all. But yeah, okay. Oh, I forgot this thing is loud. All right. Yeah, go do your thing. Oh my god. Actually, would be... oh my god, okay. That's a slaughter. That's a slaughter. Follow me. Alright, they? There they are. Okay, I'm gonna send you all to die, myself included. We need to lose this. And let me just make sure really quickly. So we have everything still listed there. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, God. Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. Oh, God. You're going. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Go. Run away. Okay. You know, was expected. Okay, so we have these 6. Follow me. Alright, come on. Run faster. Alright. Jeez. Okay. There is a bug with the cavalry where every time they die, they just clip right through the ground. I think I found the bug for that. Is that like it tries to go to the nearest like nav mesh point, and for some reason that's underground, so it just immediately clips through. I'm not entirely sure why it does that, but yeah. Either way, we're all about to die, so. Y'all, we're not dying. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Come on. I am not showing my game off in the most positive way. I do apologize. Oh, jeez. Come on, kill me. Kill me. I think I have a button here. I thought I had a button that allowed me to just like insta-die. It's like a debug thing I made. No. Apparently not. You go there. You go there. And you go there. Perfect. All right. It looks like it's working. Code by player, player deaths, time, says defeat. Got it, yeah. Oh, what the hell? Ah, don't load the menu. Okay. Alright, now we need to play one successful game. This is going to be easy. It's actually, I think it's actually easier. The Guantanamo Bay map is one of the only ones where it's kind of difficult to lose, which is kind of why it's going to be the first, like, a map that you get, like, suggested to play, because it's good for beginners. But, let's see. See if I can get him from here. Damn it. Okay. The lag didn't help, I will be honest. Oh my god. Sweet. Alright. Go, 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 go. Speed running. We're gonna see if I can finish this battle in like a couple of like less than 2 minutes. Am I hitting the commanding officer? I gotta be. He's not fighting back at all. They're supposed to do that. Yes, I was shooting that guy. Okay. Oh, whoa! There we go. There we go. Being shot at. Whoa. Damn it. All right. We got some men over here. What? There you go. All right, follow me. Follow me. All right, I don't think they can see me from here. Okay, go attack that thing. Shoot, I'm gonna die, damn it. Oh my god. Okay, come on. Come on, get him. Get him. Okay. Why were you doing nothing? Oh, I forgot there's the one. Yeah, the AI still needs improvement on this map, at least. I'll say that on some of the other maps, like the Guantanamo Bay map, it's actually not too bad. But on this map, definitely, yeah, they need some work. Like this guy just camps. He just camps over here, so I have to. Hold on. Yep. We. Okay. There we go. Awesome. Yes. Does exit actually... Hold on. I have the end screen right here. Continue was pressed this frame or left button. Where is it? I think it's preferences and then should be somewhere here. What the hell? Okay, I guess not. Where's the input? I know it was somewhere here. Project settings? Project settings. Input manager. No, input system package. Yes. Because it's the new stuff. Okay. UI and... So actually, what's the name of this thing? It's bound to submit. Oh, cancel. Yeah, okay, I already know that. Cancel is escape. Yeah, okay. I was wondering, like, why does it keep, like, immediately, like, exiting out? But, yeah, I can even see it. Yep, it exited out correctly. Yeah. Okay. So, we can, where is it? Completed. Yippee. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna have enough time to really start much of the other game mode, but at least we can kind of try. Yeah. So with that, with Conquest, there's going to be 2. So we have, so that one's done. Conquest game mode specific variables variables. Okay, private int American side. We'll just do we'll set that to like 1,000. 1,000 might be a lot, but we'll see. This is balancing, I guess. And then private conquest Spanish team side points, and then that will be 1,000. Sweet. Yeah. Again, for right now, we're setting it to battle because this is going to be managed through the main menu. So that's a different thing. But so the idea is if, and I guess there's not really much of a way to test this, but I mean, in all honesty, it seems kind of simple. So if current game mode, not current game mode. Where is it? So when we take it, we remove the soldier at index. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Remove soldier at index. Where is that? There it is. And some of this is going to need a change, obviously, because we're not supposed to be removing anybody. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Battle. Jeez, so much choices. I don't want to just put all of this inside of a giant for loop. Sorry, not for loop, but if statement thingy. Screw it. Screw it. We'll just do it this way. So, if this is going to be the battle game mode behavior. what's it? Current game mode, case, battle, break. Case conquest. Jeez. Break. Okay. And then death match. Break. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up in like a couple of minutes. So everything here, yoink, yoink, yoink. Awesome. The hell? Oh. Easy. Okay. And we can do the same for the Spanish side. Perfect. Okay. Spanish soldier list. Blah 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 blah. Done. Okay. Yeah. But in here, conquest. Minus. Let me actually quickly see something. So, battlefield game modes. Come on. Take control. Ah. Okay. That's important. Tickets are how many respawns the team can use. Okay. So they don't actually deplete based on kills. They deplete based on respawns, which I guess is kind of the same thing, but not really. Okay. I guess no, but it's the same because you're gonna be respawned anyway. So like, yes. Yes. Okay. -1, right? But we multiply that by... No, honestly, it's just minus. Yeah. I don't like. It's just minus. Yeah. Screw it. It's just minus. because it's just going down by 1, right? So, oh, damn it. And then conquest Spanish minus. That's that. Okay. And then what happens is so if what is it? Conquest. So if the American team side points, yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up. Like, okay, is less than 1, aka it's 0, right? Hold on. The team has reached 0 points. And in all honesty, that I think is the same. So, but then if I'm just going to wrap this up here. So if that's that, else player is on the Spanish side. So if the conquest then congratulations, that's a victory. See, yeah. So if that does equal to 0 and that doesn't equal to 0, that's a loss, and then we basically flip it around. If that is equal to 0 and that isn't, and then if that is equal to 0 and that isn't. Okay, and in all honesty, could probably just use the exact same end screen. True. True. And then false, and false. Okay. And then, of course, we obviously need to disable and return. Otherwise, wrong spot. There we go. Yep, and battle is ongoing. Okay, and this is where we're gonna stop. I really don't think I can keep going. So, to do update points by lowering points over time based on how many objectives are held by a team. Done. Nah, well, yeah, no, I won't do that. Okay. All right. This has gone a little bit longer than I wanted to. So, oh, that man could take a ball. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the AI is gonna need to get reworked. But well, alrighty then, guys. Well, if anybody's still watching, thank you. To all the people that showed up, thank you as well. My note cards for all the things I wanted to talk about. But yeah. Again, we'll see when I'm going to be live streaming again. Might be a few weeks time, but what I will 100% say for certain is I am going to get this Springfield trapdoor model done this week. So I'll have some posts on that on my YouTube channel and everything. And once that's done, yeah, I'm going to be focusing on making another 10-minute long game dev video, kind of what I did earlier this year as well, kind of going over the whole development process and everything like that. So that'll be kind of fun, hopefully. Be kind of a nice way to kind of wrap up the year. So, but all right, well, at least we got one thing kind of crossed off the list. I kind of thought we weren't going to get anything done, so at least that. But yeah, all right, guys. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you, I guess, whenever we're live again.